on.
Start meeting. Share better. Please enter your meeting ID followed by the pound or hash sign. Please wait. Please enter the reference number followed by the pound key. Enter the pound key to listen to the most recent request. Please wait while we prepare your files. Press 6 to fast forward for 1 minute. Press 4 to rewind for 1 minute. Press 5 to pause or resume.
Bill from PA. And is this your first time too? Yes. Well, welcome.
Welcome.
Walter Wise from Newberry, South Carolina.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Juanita, are you ready?
Well, ready or not, let's do it, Charlie.
Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Juanita. For some reason, let me try it again. Hold on. Oh, it's good now. Everybody hang in, please. It's all fault so I can say something here. For some reason,
No problem.
the system's not working tight. So when I mute everybody out, I don't know. You can't hear me, correct?
Lindsay, Pennsylvania.
And not yours.
Yeah.
We can hear Juanita.
Yeah.
So you need to start saying.
Just have everybody mute their own phone.
Not here.
So just hang in there for a minute. I'm trying to fix this now. This is just,
Okay, go for it. Okay, no problem.
This is what happens when you go live.
Hi, Charlie.
Juanita, in the society, make connections. That's what this whole thing is about, making connections. The more connections you make and the more contacts that you make, it really does help to get more integrated into this society. And then the people who have been here who were on the old reach out, if you want to get onto the new one, I need your approval. So you got to send me another email saying that you want to get onto the new reach out. So that email is C as in Charlie, More, M-O-O-R-E, C More Options, O-P-T-I-O-N-S, 68@gmail.com. So it's C More Options 68@gmail.com. Just send me an email and give me your name, your phone number, your state, and I'll have your email on there from your email. I will get you on that list. Yeah, and we'll have it out next week sometime. Now, I know some people couldn't download the list this week. That is being fixed as we speak, and you will get one next week. So I know Barbara had a problem, so you will have it next week, Barbara. And a few other people did also. so that's being taken care of. Next week, Brenda Reinhardt will be on. All ready to go by next week, so she doesn't want to come on tonight, but she will be on next week. So she has a major announcement on that next week. I think that's going to be a pretty cool option, and the only people who are going to get it is people who were on the Reach Out program. So it's going to have the latest news on their thing. Hopefully, that's what we're shooting for. And then from there, we're going to go. We are having an event this March. I don't know if Sage made it through this mess that we were doing, but Sage, if you're here, hit *6. If not, I will announce it on my own. Sage, you're here. Hold on, please, and I'm going to see if he's here. That's probably him there, I bet. Sage, is that you? Sage? It's not.
Are you there, Charlie?
I'm going to inject something here. This call has dramatically went downhill. This is supposed to be the Thursday night lead call, and now it is turned into, I don't know, jibber jabber. The outreach program, the reach out program that Charlie Moore was talking about, I don't participate with the program. I don't care what else they're going to add to it. I'm not participating with it. So I'm just going to put it out there. My name is not on the list. I refuse to do it. They seem like they're having technical difficulties on this program. That's for sure.
Hello?
So here we go.
Damn. I thought that would have fixed it. I don't know what else to do at this point. I'm here. Hello, anyone? I don't know, I'm not sure.
I can hear you, Charlie.
Can you hear me? I can hear you. Bruce, you can hear me. Can you hear me or not?
What?
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
All right, thanks for your help, Charlie.
Yep, well, I can hear you fine.
I didn't. I think you said that you can hear me, so I'm just going to go on as if you can.
Why you can't get back in?
Email or text her. All right, so I'm just going to, Sage, if you're there, can you hit *2? Oh, wait a minute, I've had you on lectures. You can't. Hold on. Jeez. Sure. Sage, now hit *6.
They can hear you now.
Okay.
People at QA session, that's
Sage, hit *6. There. Now, I just saw you, Sage. Do it. Wait a minute. There, hey. Sage.
Thank you. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, finally.
Hey,
It took me
it's so good.
20 minutes. Gee, I don't know what happened.
That
Oh, thank
is,
you.
yeah, you disciplined thought and control digging into, figuring it out.
You never know when
Thank you.
you know, when you do something live, you just never know what's going to happen, and I have to apologize.
You're
for
rolling with it.
the whole thing was, I don't know if anybody heard me or not. We lost Juanita. I
We
don't
could
know
all-
what happened. But anyway,
Yeah, I know. Yes.
go ahead.
I could hear you, Charlie, just so you know. You were coming through okay, and it was, I think we weren't, you couldn't hear us, but I think as far as I can tell, you were coming in nice and clear. So,
Good.
yeah. So
We got
about
something
our,
up here.
yes, we have a huge event coming up here, and it's, you know, this one with the reason for it, I know people have been announcing it, and I've been away from the calls. It really hit me just like it hit everybody. It was so awesome talking to members that I haven't talked to in a long time. And I know we've really gotten an awesome chance to reflect on it. You know, every day I think about him and I miss him still, and I know we all do. I think he just had such an impact. For a long time, just connecting the NeoThink group that we've, you know, that's formed, and it's so. This is the next one, and it happens to be in commemorative remembrance of him, reflecting on all the amazing values he's given us, and I can't wait to get to it because. Even on that amazing call, it was a Thursday call right after when we got the news for the first time. I was trying to reach my hand on the call, but I couldn't get even there. And I just listening to people reflect on it and going through what I was going through. This is a good chance for everybody, I think, to be in person and really just you know, speak to others about him and reflect on it while having an amazing day in the environment that we're always in together when neo-thinkers collide at these events. We'll have pictures at this event all about his at events. There's so much pictures and videos that we have. Not so many videos, but we have tons of pictures, and we're putting it together to have that on display. It's just a small piece of it. Again, just to really have a great time together reflecting on him and going through, just like Steve would have wanted. He wouldn't just have a little get-together. He'd be asking us all if we were doing, if we were hearing about the literature, you know, the concepts. Are we moving forward? Are we taking action? Are we digging into the material? And that's what we're going to do at the event. So the day it's going to be fantastic. I know already so many people I've talked to want to come and be a part of our next event. And it's you know, like you said, Charlie, so well so many times, I think, there's no replacing Steve. And I'm seeing just even yourself step up. I'm having to step up more in what I do and my thoughts on my growth. You know, everything affects everything. As we're neo-thinkers, we're constantly observing that and integrating around things, integrating with reality. And this next event is just going to be the next evolution of that. And it's so exciting with it. With the people involved already. Juanita, I know I have to talk to you. I can't hear you tonight, but I will call you soon. We're getting details of the hotel set so everybody can get their reservations. And we have Steve LaValle, who's interested in coming in and doing the amazing music he does for the day, coordinating all that. Still have to talk to Jonathan Gonzalez over in Boston, who does the same thing. Anna Iannacci with her awesome film production company. She's going to be there to work on her essence. We'll have presenters there that are going to go into the material, focusing on that, the literature that we all love, and just the new concepts and sharing information with each other again at this next event. So I know I don't have that much time. I just love you guys, and it's hard not, talking back and forth with you, but that's why I personally like the events, because I get to do that. So I'm looking forward to it. It's, again, it's March 30th, that's Saturday, and it runs all day. It's at the Marriott Hotel, where we've been having the great summits and the leadership workshop from that one amazing man, Steve Fagan. So if you're interested in tickets, though, you can call the views on him interacting with the society and doing what he did, and we'll be hearing from him, which I'm so excited to hear about. And then also we have Rosa Maria Wallace, who's the wife of the late Frank Wallace, Dr. Frank Wallace. She's going to be there, as far as we know right now. Right, Charlie?
Yes, they are coming. It is definite. That's what they said.
That's awesome. Yeah, and so and Tony Ward. That's so cool. So there's them. They'll be speaking too, and that's how crazy of an impression Steve had. He just affected everybody, and they were really touched too. And we had past events where they came to. Just one event where they were at that I know of, and Steve. Steve was a big piece, obviously, of that one. So they're coming, and they're going to share their thoughts on it, and I can't wait to ask them personal questions too, and just be able to see them again myself. So it's an exciting day. It's awesome, and I've talked too much. I've taken up too much of your call time, but I really appreciate it, Charlie.
Thank you, Sage.
Yes, thank you, Sage. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Great to hear you.
I don't know, I'm having
Great.
technical difficulties. Yes, it's nice to hear you, Sage, and
Yeah.
I love everything that you said about this event, because it's once you get into an event, you never you never feel the same. You move. It's
Never.
just that feeling with that feeling of love that's in the room at all times, and it's just the level of consciousness that our consciousness gets raised to that higher level, and to have Rosa Marie there and Tony is a great treat. I've met him once, and
Yes.
I met Tony a couple of times, but it's just a great treat for all of us, because with losing Digger and Dr. Frank R. Wallace, this is how we come together. It reminds me of 911 when 911 happened. Everyone banded together, and this is what we're doing here. And if everyone could make it, it would be like just the best feeling, and the society is here to stay, and it is here to stay, and it's going to move forward, because we have the courage, right?
Yeah. And you said it, Juanita. Absolutely.
Yes. So thank you, Sage, for sharing with us tonight.
My pleasure. Yeah, guys, I can't wait. I'll be on again throughout the weeks with more info. And Charlie, I don't know if you wanted to add anything, but I'm just really excited about the event and seeing everybody there.
Yeah, Sage, how about the room, the price of the room?
The room. Great question. Thank you. So the code, it's really, if people are looking for the hotel rooms to stay, it is $115 for the hotel. It's discounted, and all you have to do is call that hotel, which I'm sorry I do not have the number for, but it's the Marriott Newark International Airport Hotel in the middle of Newark Airport. And it should be two. I requested two, but NeoThink's the only one I know for sure. If you say NeoThink, they should give you the discounted rate, or just Steve Fagan. If you mention Steve Fagan, it should link it up to get that discounted rate. That's all with the hotel. If you have any problems with that or questions, or you can call us too, and we'll just like to hear from you and make sure things are getting fixed. But it's 800-997 7970 for the number.
So any question, every situation we come in. And I've learned a lot since Steve died.
Wow.
And it was just, there was so much, besides the shock of it, to say, so I learned how to even take more charge of my life. And I just came back here, like, almost instantly, but because I knew Steve was kicking me in my butt. And we were saying, take charge, take charge, take charge. Because that's all he said. He says, just take charge. And that's what I did. But yet I wouldn't have done that without his guidance all these years. Right. So it got to help me get over his death, to get over the shock of it, and then to say, I'm going to take charge to keep this society together. But I wouldn't have done it without his knowledge. And that's the
experience.
And that's how he affected all of us, is with the knowledge that he had. And he just loved, he had that right about him that, you can't replace him. No. And I've never tried to replace Steve Fagan because I can't. I'm not Steve Fagan. I'm my own person.
There'll never be another Charlie Moore either. So it brightens everybody who's still here. And Juanita, what you said too, I can't wait to go into this on every level with everybody there. And we'll have a chance also where people can speak and share their thoughts. Of course, we're going to have to try to manage this event so we can get to everybody and everybody, get through sharing as much value with everybody as we can. But it's going to be exciting.
Yes, and I wanted to say to everyone tonight, I've had texts come in about room share because I've done that for, 3 years now. So I have volunteered myself again for room share.
So
yes, I thought I better just announce it because we're not touching bases here. But anyway, if you need to get a hold of me, anyone, I already have some texting me. This is a great way to get out of your comfort zone because, in NeoThink, we do work with each other to get out of our comfort zones, and you can save money by sharing a room with someone. So if you want to get on the list, you can call me at 702-5...
That interests you. So that's it, guys. I know we could go on. I love talking to you guys.
Well, it's nice to hear your beautiful voice, Sage. I really miss you,
Juanita.
And I can't wait to see you, okay?
Likewise. Okay, guys.
Thanks.
Take care. Bye.
All right. So that's it for this event. Please come if you can, because it does mean everything. I have an opening statement here, just real short and sweet, and then we're going to get into this call for about 20 minutes. Unfortunately, we had that technical problem earlier, but anyway. Life. The essence of conscious life is control, the ability to control one's present and future. Conscious life is the only entity in the universe that can control nature and future events. That control is possible to the extent that mythicism is absent and Neotech is present. A person in control is happy and will prosper. A person out of control is unhappy and will fail. Neotech puts a person in control. And nobody lived that more than Steve Fagan. And that's how life is, and that's how life should be for every person on this planet. That's how life should be. Creating values, being happy, and doing everything, like if we look at this world today, it's not a very happy place, and it's getting more crazy every day because there's not Neotech out there. Because there's not Neotech out there. It's here, and it's alive and well, but we got to get it out there. And the only way we do that is to take advantage of all of this knowledge. So tonight we're going to cover in the Prime Discovery, if you go to page 261, which I think is part, let me see, hold on for a minute. I'll give you exactly what book it's in. Okay. No, but in this, it's book 2. All right? And then you go to book 2, and then you go to page 261, the Appendix A. That's where we're going to start tonight. unbeatable advantages, personal, business, and finance. And we do that by eliminating mythicism and neo-cheating. Now, how do we do that? All right? And that's what this is all about tonight. We are, basically, he says that neo-tech people are the antithesis of neo-cheaters. It's like looking at this anti-civilization world and then looking at the civilization of the universe. Total opposites. And that's what we are to neo-cheaters. Total opposites. But the point is that with the power of neotech, nobody who's a neo-cheater can outwit us, can outsmart us. Because they have no power, they have false power. They can't take control of anything because they don't know everything that they believe in is basically a lie. And that's more evident every day as you see what some of these people are doing and saying, and the laws that they're passing, and these crazy left-wingers out there are saying this and saying that, with no evidence, with no science, with no nothing, and yet they can't accept anything but that. It's ugly out there. There's hatred out there that's unbelievable. I've never seen so much hatred in this world, and yet there's so much love out there. There's more love out there than there is hatred, but yet the elite out there is showing all the hatred, as if there is no love. They're throwing all of the mythicisms out there. They're doing everything that they can to distract us. They are absurding us. And they're taking away our powers if we let them. But with NeoThink, we can learn to use the power and the prosperity by outcompeting the others. And that way we do produce more effectively than what they can do. With NeoThink and Neotech, one knows exactly what mythicism is. That's a big statement there. We know what mythicism is, we know who the neo-cheaters are, and how they are draining the value creators. And we also know how to render the neo-cheaters powerless. You have to understand not so much power that we have inside of ourselves, that we can identify it immediately. We can identify any mythicism immediately. And that really comes in handy when you want to start to eliminate your own personal mythicisms. Look inside, and you look inside, and you go inside again, and you go inside again, but you have the power to do that now. We never knew that before any of us got here, we never knew that we had this power. And then even if we knew that we had the power, we didn't know how to bring it out. We didn't know the steps. We didn't have the knowledge. We weren't sure what to do. I mean, I knew I had some power in me, but I didn't know how to use it. I didn't know how to form it. I didn't know how to put the pieces of the puzzle together to really bring it out in me to make my life better than what it was. We have to dive into this knowledge. We have to let it soak into us. We have to let it just come into our systems, into our DNA, and just absorb every page here. And you'll start believing in that power. And the difference between us and power and this AC world and the elites and all the people who think have this power, they have the power because we give it to them. And then they make up the laws, and they want to take their power and just throw it over us to control us. And that's where everything gets crazy. But when we get our personal power from NeoThink and Neotech, we don't want to control people. I don't want to control anybody on this call. I just want to take my power and control me. And I want that power to be like Superman power. But that's all for me. And the more that I can do that, the more I can spread the word about NeoThink and Neotech and help people to move forward. You'll never hear Juanita or me or any other mentor here say, you must do this and you must do that. It's always up to you. And that's what my power stops inside of me. I don't try to throw it at the people. I don't want, I don't have enough time dealing with my own life. I don't want to try and control your life. In this AC world, it's hard for us to control our own lives. But all the tools are there with Neotech. It's all here. Because Neotech will show us how to purge our mythicisms, how to purge them, how to get rid of them. And I love where he says Neotech cures the stupidness disease. And that's a disease of mythicism. And I tell you, it sounds childish to say that, but that is right on. When you're dealing with mythicism and you know you're dealing with, that's just stupid. Franco Wallace never held punches here. He put it right out there. And it is a stupidness disease. Because there's nothing logical about it. There's no value in it. It's not proven by science. It's not real. It's only fake. And they keep putting all this stuff out there. And people keep believing it. And it's being stupid. One thing about here, you're hanging around with geniuses. Because if you're starting to believe in this stuff, you're a genius right there. Because you're trying to find the real knowledge. You've been searching and seeking this your whole life. And that's why we came here, because this is knowledge. This is what we always wanted to find out. I've always asked myself this question since I was 5 years old. What's wrong with this world? My grandfather died when I was 5, and you heard this a million times from me. Nobody gave me an explanation, a logic explanation why he had to die. And I'm 68 years old now, so that's 63 years ago when that man died, and it still affects me today because nobody still can answer that question. Give me a logical reason why anyone has to die. There is no logical reason. We are not put on this earth to die. We are not put on this earth to serve somebody else. We are put here, and Frank R. Wallace always, his biggest thing is, be happy. We're here to be happy, to just swallow ourselves in happiness and pure love and pure honesty. That's the kind of life that we are supposed to lead. And we can only do that with this knowledge and that power that we have inside of ourselves and keep it there. And we become our own self-leader. We become our own boss. We become our own guidance. And the more powerful that we get, the more selfish we are, the better that we can help everybody else. And with that, Juanita, what would you like to say?
Well, I have to say that was excellent, Charlie. I like what he put here, Neotech, a cheerful, crystal clear world. Because once you get that internal authority in yourself and your own control over yourself, you're seeing through a crystal ball. You're just seeing things the way they are. You're seeing what is, and you're able to make rational decisions. You're moving forward with that pure love in your heart because you're living your essence. You're living with fully integrated honesty. And this is going to help you become the person you're meant to be and you get to be yourself. This is why I'm in love with Neothink. When I'm in love with Neothink, I can be in love with the world because I can be myself here, and I have that full self-confidence of myself that I'm in the right corner for the first time in my life, like in a boxing ring. I finally got to the right corner. I'm in the winner's seat. And that's because you finally get to be yourself and know who you are. But digging into this literature, just like Digger did, digging in and really learning things here because there's so much gold here. There's so many gold nuggets that we can really move forward and not have to live with this death and disease and this stupidness of mysticism. And I love the Dr. Brinker Wallace put it that way. That is so true and real, the way he puts it, because that's how they've had us thinking for so long, and that's why we've had a little hard road here with our own family, because they've been dumbed down. So when we understand and we know these words they're shooting out at us, and we start learning what they're doing with all these little dirty little secrets that they call it, we're able to move forward. And anyway, I don't want to get on a rampage, Charlie. Back to you.
That's why we pay you the big bucks. We want the rampage. Don't forget, though, this wasn't the best. You know, we record all these calls, so if you want to go back and listen to it again, I suggest you always do if you can. This might not be the best one because of all the technical difficulties we had. But anyway, if you want to, just dial 530. Did you ever think, in all the years that we've been here, and before we came to NeoThink, that we had this limitless power? I don't think any of us did. But how many of us believe in that now? And I think that's the question we have to ask. I mean, we do have limitless. We are limitless. We can do anything that we want to do. As long as it follows the laws of physics, it can be accomplished. We have this great mind, this absolutely great conscious mind, and we have limitless power. But you got to believe that you do. Once you believe that, and you'll start to believe that as you read these books and you start to understand more and more about mysticisms, and you start getting rid of some of them. And then as you move along, sometimes you pick up a new one. Son of a gun, how did that happen? You know, but then you got to get rid of that one. It's constantly taking that inventory, which I've been talking a lot about lately, and that's just taking inventory of yourself every day, and are you doing the right things every day that you can do? That's what this is. Because now it gives us this unbeatable advantage, and it is an unbeatable advantage. Nobody can compete with us. No one. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's President Trump or if it's one of the elites out there, the Rothschilds, or any of those. You have the advantage because you have NeoThink. That is how big of an advantage this is. And we have to realize that. And we have to get it into our DNA, and we have to believe in it. And you got to believe in yourself. I will not be here on this call tonight if I didn't learn this up front. Juanita wouldn't be here either. Steve Fagan sure as hell wouldn't have been here for all these years. But it's because we learned this knowledge that gives you the confidence. And then you keep on pushing yourself. And I pushed myself all the way here. Since I came here the first day, I knew this was it. And I just pushed myself, and I pushed myself. And I'm pushing myself now. Because I wasn't expecting to take this whole thing on. But yet, it was the right thing to do. I knew it. I was afraid to say it to myself for a few days, but I said, no, I have to do this. I got to take this on. Because I love this. I love teaching this. This is my essence. I love coaching people about this. That's my other essence. You people mean a lot to me. And it's my goal to take you as far as I can take you. To help you learn this. And as I said in the beginning of the call, before we knew we had all these technical problems, you know, since we got rid of some calls, and now we don't have as many, but we will start building that up again. I missed you guys for 3 days. It was weird not to have a call for 3 days since Sunday night. Really, it's 4 days, basically, but it's just this call and the call on Monday nights, that's the key calls. But if anybody, especially, and we know we have some new people here, if you have any questions about what's going on in this society, give me a call. Again, my name is Charlie Moore, and my number is 215-350-8905. 215-350-8905. Call me. If I don't answer, which more than likely I won't answer because I'm usually on the phone most of the day. So just leave a message, and I will call you back within 24 hours, 97% of the time. Maybe within 24 hours, I hope. and I help guide you through all of this. But it's just this is the year for us. This is the year that we really have to start moving, and we got to dig into more. I mean, tonight this was one paragraph that we covered. That's all. Eliminating mythicisms and neo-cheating. Now, granted, we had about 20 other minutes that we kind of blew off here because of the problems that we have in the beginning, but we're going to take this nice and slow, and we're going to cover this whole book eventually, because there's a lot of information here. I mean, it's beyond imagination how much information is here, since I'm still learning from it after 10 years. And I know that Juanita's still learning from it, too. We all are. This is, learning never stops. And if you understand that right away, honestly, I've been reading these books for over 10 years, and I still learn from these books. And I can't tell you how many hours I've spent on these books over 10 years. And I keep reading them again because I never know what I'm going to learn next time. There's always different ways of, and every time that you read it, the same things, you're at a different level. So you start reading more into it now, and then it's an amazing journey. It's amazing. You got to hang in and start doing this because the aha moments and how you feel when you finally figure out something, or you thought of a whole brand new idea, and everything's just clicking now, and you're feeling better about yourself. It's a fantastic feeling. I can't describe it to you, and I'm having those feelings every day. At some point in the day, I'm saying, "Wow, look what I just learned." By getting back to that child of the past, I can learn anything. Because I'm that child again, 5, 6, and 7, when we were so curious about life and we had to learn things just to survive. But our minds were clear then, and all we wanted to do was absorb everything, right? How many stupid questions did we ask all the adults, right? Why is the sky blue, Daddy? Why is this? Why is that? And they had no answers for it, but we were curious. You got to get that curious back again. So get in touch with that child of the past. It does do it for you. And then you absorb this knowledge more, and you learn it and understand it, and wow, it's getting late. This hour was good and bad at the same time.
Yes, Charlie.
No, but anyway, let me do the healing list. I want to thank everybody for being able. We do have a healing list, and these were just.
All right. Hold on just a second. Oops. Hold on. That was a Thursday night league call. They had some major difficulties with their technology. Anyways, for those who may have forgotten who Steve Fagan was, I want to play a little clip of Steve Fagan. He did a personal video from New York City, so I want you to listen to this.
Fagan, and I'm right here in front. Hi, I'm Steve Fagan, and I'm right here in front of Manhattan, and actually New York City skyline. You know, it's interesting. We talk about imaginations and how we use our imagination. One of my objectives was that I always wanted to be in the New York City arena, in this area. It's something that I've always visioned and wanted to be part of. I wasn't really sure if I would be able to handle this opportunity. Well, I started to create that in my mind. I actually created what we call a vision book. I saw myself living in this area. I saw Manhattan behind me. I saw the opportunity of having a beautiful apartment with every window looking over the skyline of Manhattan. I created this book. I created this vision. I made it become part of me. But you have to understand, I had to believe it. I had to believe that I could actually have this opportunity in my life. And I had to really go after it. Mentally, physically, emotionally. All factors had to be part of it. My passion had to be strong. My excitement for it. That's right, my excitement. You see, you can't succeed unless you have that passion, that excitement, and the belief that you can attain your goals. Well, this is a goal I wanted. This is a goal I aspired to. This is a goal I saw before I even achieved it. Because it was my opportunity to live the world I wanted to live, the way I wanted to live. And you can see everybody, every one of us can have this opportunity to live the world the way we want to live. We just have to go ahead and go after it. We have to aspire for it. We have to create the vision and make it happen today. And believe in ourselves that we will aspire and attain it. This is such a great opportunity. And I'm asking all of you, look at your lives. Look at the way you're living today. Look at the way that you're working, the way that you're interacting with others. Are you happy? Do you feel successful? Are you fulfilling your dreams? Are you fulfilling the dreams that you want to be living? Are you? Only you can answer that. I'd like to help you fulfill those dreams if at all possible. Contact me at Fagan Associates, 856-340-3868. Let's talk. Let's see how I can help you. I am offering a 30-minute free consultation. Contact me also on my website, www.faganandassociates.com. There's a form. Fill it out. I will respond back to you. Let's see together how you can fulfill your dreams, your goals, your objectives. Let me help you create that vision board and create your dreams today.
That was Steve Fagan. He's no longer with us. So that phone number and all that stuff is probably non-existent now. Steve Fagan was the mentor of the Thursday Night Call, and what you just heard from Steve Fagan himself is a video that he did in New York. And I sure miss Steve Fagan. Thursday night is not the same. It's not been the same since Steve Fagan passed away, that's for sure. Steve Fagan's death, I have to admit, it has bothered me. Although one thing that hasn't been brought up in the society, and I'm going to take time to talk about this, but Steve Fagan mentioned a while back on a call that he took the flu shot, the vaccine. Many people, now I know a lot of neo-thinkers don't pay attention to this, but I'm going to bring this up. Steve Fagan admitted that he did the flu shot a few months ago. In fact, it was probably not this year in 2019. It was way back in 2018. He admitted to taking the flu shot. My question is, I'm just wondering if the flu shot had anything to do with Steve Fagan's death. But that's just a question I have, and that's a question I'm going to put out there. Steve Fagan was a mentor of this Powers book with Charlie Moore. He mentored this book. He also mentored Frank R. Wallace's material, The Prime Discovery, which is a big 2,900-page book, which is over there on my desk right there, that big black book right there. He mentored that book as well. Anyways, and then The Rise of Neotech, Steve Fagan openly admitted that he did not know how to mentor The Rise of Neotech. He was trying to get a handle on how to mentor The Rise of Neotech. I have to admit, I looked at The Rise of Neotech, and by the way, some may disagree, but The Rise of Neotech, you cannot mentor it by itself. You have to mix The Rise of Neotech with the 114 Advantages. In the Neotech Discovery, you have to mix and match that material with other material of the Neothink Neotech literature. You can't just mentor on just Rise of Neotech. You have to mix and match the material. Now, I know some people may disagree with that, but I don't see anyone able to mentor The Rise of Neotech personally, firsthand. I don't think anyone can do it. And so that's from me looking over The Rise of Neotech and looking over the literature and being part of the society as long as I have. The Rise of Neotech, you cannot mentor that book without mixing and matching the material with other material. So that's my opinion on that. Now, you're Charlie Moore talking about there's not many calls in the society now. Monday night call has went away, the Tuesday night call has went away, and the Friday night call has went away. Right now, the Thursday night league call and the Sunday night powers call, which now they're referring to the Prime Cure call, is going on. There are other mentor calls that happen nightly, except for Wednesday night. Eventually, all the active membership calls will be going down the tubes. So there will be a lot less mentor calls down the road. Right now, it is really strange to know how many calls that we're getting now. And it's really different. And by the way, people, if you're viewing this, this will be played on my social media event at some point down the road. So eventually this will be public for everyone to hear publicly on social media as well. So just to let you know, that happens every Saturday morning at 9:30. I shared the webpage of where I do my live event on Saturday mornings on another YouTube video, I believe. It's on Facebook basically, and I do a live event every Saturday morning now at 9:30. I actually moved the schedule to 9:30 a.m. on Saturday mornings, and I'm actually dedicating a Saturday afternoon to Mr. Steve Fagan on May 18th. After my 2 morning programs that I'm going to have starting May 18th, I'm going to have a program called The Mini Show starting at, well, let me get the time here. I gotta make sure I give you the correct time and all. The mini show is going to happen May 18th, very first show at 8 o'clock in the morning, May 18th. And then my main show will be at 9:30, and then Mr. Steve Fagan, the Steve Fagan Day event, will be at 1 p.m. that same day. So I'm looking forward to doing, I got some clips that I'm going to play on that day of Mr. Steve Fagan mentoring on that special day. In fact, that whole day is probably going to be a Steve Fagan event. All right, this is Big V. I just wanted to share my thoughts and my views. 12 Visions Party, there is no word on the 12 Visions Party at this time. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that as well. I don't think that's going to go very far at this present moment. So we'll see what happens down the road. All right, this is Big V, and I'll talk to you all later. Stay around because